To afford you immense strength for a short time, evil can do you no harm while it is active. The stronger the adept, the more life it drains. If Gabak discovers this, I'm afraid you won't be able to defeat him. Fortunately for you, he thinks you are dead. It is for this reason that you must now fight as a faceless, nameless warrior.
You're right. I did indeed die back then. The man known as Hwang Sung-young is gone.
Does this trouble you?
No. I'm more focused than ever on the task at hand. My only concern is worrying those at the Songdojang. All the more reason to gather the Soul Edge fragments as quickly as possible.
Indeed. An ally of mine dwells where you are headed. Seek their aid should you need it.
Thank you, Soo-hyun. I'm off. This is the place.
Oh, you look like a traveler. We've got everything you might need. Drinks, provisions, souvenirs, the works.
These merchants have a secret phrase I learned on my previous journey. Has the Silver Maiden returned from the valley?
She hunted a rare beast not long ago. Care to take a closer look?
Yeah, I do.
Down the stairs in the back.
To think that Feegle Sestimus would hide one of their temples underneath a quiet town like this. It's not as big as the last one, but to build a place this size underground. It's leading me further in. Here we are. The evil in it leaves no doubt. That burning smell. Is that smoke?
Intruders! Of all heretics have set fire to the temple!
Of all? Is that yet another group?
Ha! I will cut you down!
Uh-oh. I thought my diversion would work, but it seems not all of you are fools.
So it was you who lit that fire. Didn't you think of the danger to those in the town above?
I've no obligation to explain my actions to you. That fragment of Soul Edge is mine.
Fine! No!
You say that, but you haven't yet used your spear. I feel insulted.
I feel the need to ask. Are you one of these mad cultists?
You laugh. Resolve! If you want to know, why not ask those guys?
Of course. A wise idea.
Come on!
Foolish intruders. There's nowhere to run.
Does that answer your question?
My apologies for doubting you. How about I cook you dinner to make up for it?
Sounds fun, but let me think about it. First things first.
Indeed. Let's cut our way free.
Lord Wilhelm, Sir Hwang, that was a beautiful diversion. Thanks to you, we were able to learn a great deal about their temple. We'd greatly appreciate it if you could assist us like this again.
No, thank you. That information you gave me has been a lifesaver. I never thought I would be addressed by name this far from home.
Su Hyun has long been an ally of ours. Rest assured, your secret is safe.
You'll continue to work on a cure and gather information on Lord Grow, then?
Of course, we're keeping Lord Dion and Lady Natalie of the 12 abreast of the situation as well. Lord Dion will soon be joining our chapter here. Would you care to meet him, Sir Hwang?
You would let someone of my stature meet a high-ranking member so easily?
Of course. You've proven most helpful to the Eval organization.
And how is that?
I'm sure Lord Dion would gladly answer that question.
Understood. Once I've finished my investigation, I'll make my way back.
Do you really intend to go to Ostrheinsburg? It is suicide to head there alone right now.
I do. I need to examine the traces of the catastrophe that Soul Edge brought to this world.
And you would do well to stop by Wolf Krone on your way. With a letter from me, you will be shown a royal welcome at the palace.
Thanks for the offer, but I don't want to impose. Speaking of which, that Google hoof, was it? It was great. You're a pretty good cook.
I'm glad you liked it, and that you have a sweet tooth.
Yeah, Mina always... that. It is thanks to a friend.
Hmm? Who is this friend? I won't pry if you don't wish to tell, but I am curious.
It's hard to explain. She's my master's daughter, and, well... How do I really feel about Mina? She's like a sister to me. But is that all?
Ah, she must be very important to you. All the more reason not to die.
Yeah. Thanks for the warning. I sure hope Mina's safe.
Twelve seconds later.
Ostrheinsburg Castle. I must be close. This evil aura is overwhelming. If I venture any closer, it may trigger the seed of evil inside me. Who's there? Show yourself.
My name is Siegfried Stauffen. Once
Never mind. There's no time for introductions. If you're making for Ostreinsburg Castle, I have a favor to ask.
That giant sword on his back. He must be one skilled fighter. If it's important, I'll hear you out.
Thank you. There are people held prisoner inside the castle. I want you to save them. Take this map. It shows a secret passage into the underground dungeon.
I'll believe you. What are you going to do?
I need to go. Somewhere far away.
I won't inquire further. I have no choice but to use a talisman of iron will. I have to hurry, before the talisman takes its toll. Stay quiet and move quickly. Follow the right corridor until you see a hall leading out.
You have our thanks!
You two, hurry and escape.
I can't. They tortured me. I can't move my legs.
Those brutal monsters. Here, grab onto my back.
That's enough of that now. What do you think you're doing with the fodder?
So, you're the wicked fiend who tortured and imprisoned these people. I recognize him. We fought once long ago. To think he was one of accursed sword's thralls. Let me ask, what are you planning to do with them?
We're refining their spirits. We need a great number of special souls if we are to resurrect our king. Sadly, souls never seem to ripen enough naturally for our purposes. That's why we're applying a little bit of pressure. Hatred, pain, pleasure, hunger, and so on. Which trials will produce the most scrumptious souls? Alas, we've still not found an answer. That is why we cannot have our subjects escaping.
You certainly like to talk about your vile misdeeds, you twisted snake.
Vile? I treat them with more courtesy than they'd get from pillaging mercenaries or pathetic mindless malfested. But I doubt you will ever understand.
Battle 1. Fight!
Combine! It's over! You lost!
Battle 2. Fight!
I remember well your skill and your strength, Sir Hwang.
So my memory was right. I'm disappointed in you. I can't. Combine! Take them! No! My true strength! There's no escape! This victory is for my homeland.
Battle 3. Fight!
I knew you were exceptional.
Time bomb! Burning yet? It's over! for my homeland.
How wonderful. Not only your skill, but also that delightful darkness lurking in your heart.
Darkness lurking in my heart?
Everyone has a great darkness inside them, and sometimes it wears a mask of justice. However, people like you are incapable of noticing it on your own. Fortunately, our king can open that shadowy door for you.
This king you speak of, is he Soul Edge's new bearer?
The Azure Knight was once defeated and once reborn. Did you not meet him yourself mere hours ago?
I met this Azure Knight? You mean, that man?
Our king is a bit of a capricious sort. He sometimes leaves to wander and roam. But soon that naughty habit will be rightfully repressed. It's a mere passing fit, after all. Now, enough idle chatter. You are the victor, so you may take your prize. This castle is a vile den of malfested. I would recommend you hurry out. You would do well to protect those who have already fled. Otherwise, they may just be hunted down by those mindless malfested roaming about.
You dirty.
We'll happily await your return, great hero of justice, Hwang Song-gyong!
How do you feel? Can you move?
Not well, but I think I can walk. I am your country's enemy. Why do you provide me aid?
War is but a clash of competing values. Friend and foe can change at any moment. But this is no battlefield, so you are merely another in need.
You're too soft. I appreciate your kindness, though.
The talisman's effect has worn off. This strain is far worse than the last. What matters most, though, is ensuring my survival remains a secret.
Twelve seconds later.
Father, do you have a moment?
Oh, Mina. What is it, my child?
Well, I was wondering if there was any news about Hwang?
No. I'm afraid I haven't heard anything. The investigation of the Society of Salvation in Wan Gabak is progressing slowly. Rather, it's proving extraordinarily difficult. The leader of the Westerners, Chung Chol's appointment to Right State Councilor has altered the power dynamic in the court, stoking fear.
Oh, I see.
I was such a fool for telling Hwang he had to change. The boy's parents died when he was just a child. Do what is right. Help those in need and never lose heart. His parents' creed shaped the man he's become. I knew that. And yet I still told him what I did.
Father, that's all in the past. There's no point in worrying about it now. Hwang's alive. I know he is. If you really want to tell him how you feel, you can do so when you see him next, right?
Indeed. How right you are, my child.
Hwang's alive?
So it seems. I heard it was Greatblade who ran into him.
Well, if that old-timer said he met him, then it must be true. Oh, to make such an embarrassing mistake after all this progress, I'm so disappointed in myself.
Don't be so hard on yourself, you're doing well enough. You've empowered Westerner leaders, invented a convincing story about Easterner rebellion, purged our rivals.
My, to what do I owe the honor of all this praise, Princess?
I have to say I find your annoying tendencies quite endearing.
Now, is that sarcasm I detect?
Why would you say that? I happen to think very highly of you. Fierce Sword of the Inquisitor doesn't make for much fun. You, however, do.
I know, right? Let's continue to make things interesting then, shall we? If Hwang Song-gyong is alive, how about we label the Song Dojang a band of rebels and have them purged as well? Maybe proof of Easterner ties will be discovered at their Dojang.
You must be Sir Hwang Song-gyong. It is an honor to meet you. I am Dion. I have the privilege of belonging to the 12 of the Aval organization.
The 12 are the elite of the organization, are they not? To be greeted so graciously by one of your stature makes the honor all mine.
I would be remiss not to greet someone who aided our esteemed ally.
I'm sorry?
I speak of the Lady of the Lake. We think of her as the symbol of the Aval organization's long and storied history.
Dion regaled Hwang with stories of the Aval organization and its past. Hwang then shared with Dion what information he had gathered on his journeys. The conversation eventually turned to Hwang's infiltration of Ostrheinsburg.
I see. So it's come to human experimentation, has it? The situation is far more dire than I thought. The individual you encountered was Johann Greatblade. He's considered a leader of the Malfested. He is a cunning outsider who once entered the Wolf-Chronic kingdom under the guise of a human to try to murder the regent, Hildegard.
A Malfested who's disguised himself as a human, yet takes a sword's name. The man who entrapped me, Hwang Gabak, also had a blade-based moniker, Sword of Cursed Flames. I assume he, too, ranks highly among the Malfested?
You're a sharp one, Sir Hwang. You assume correctly.
Hwang Song-gyong, can you hear me?
What is this? The talisman is speaking to me. Ugh.
Suhyun, is something the matter?
Suhyun? What's wrong?
Given the severity of the situation, I'm using magic to conjure an image of myself. I'm sure this begs further questions, but they will have to wait. I cannot maintain this for long, so listen well.
The Westerners are targeting the Song Dojang.
I'm afraid so. You must return at once.
Understood. When will Gabak begin his siege?
Perhaps as soon as a week from today.
A week? There's no way I can return to Korea in such a short amount of time.
I'm aware of that. But I fear the worst.
There may be a way for you to return in time, but it is neither safe nor guaranteed to work.
I don't care. If there's even the slightest chance I can make it, I'll take the risk.
Very well then. If you are willing to walk a bit, I have somewhere I'd like to take you. What is about to occur here must remain a secret. I am only allowing this because the Aval organization owes you a great debt. It appears they've come. How fortunate for us you were so close. It's good to see you come to it. I did not call you here for another experiment. No, today I'd like to make proper use of this device.
That hole just opened out of thin air.
This is what we call an Astral Fissure. It is a gateway to a chaotic alternate dimension. That same dimension is the source of evil aura. The weak of mind will be consumed by its power. There have been several reports of individuals using fissures to travel thousands of miles in an instant, though they remain unverified.
Though I hesitate to operate on blind faith, I have no other choice. I will use the fissure.
I bid you safe passage, Sir Hwang.
Thank you for your help, Lord Dion. Farewell. So this is the chaotic dimension. It's awash with powerful evil aura. I will reach the other side of this fissure, even if it costs me every last talisman.